Having made waves with his retro-inspired After Hours, The Weeknd returns 2 years on with Dawn FM. Leaning deeper into the nostalgia of 80s pop music and aesthetics of Synthwave, this 16-track dive sustains more of an album experience than its predecessor. Equally, without a spearhead song like Blinding Lights, it endures with consistency of mood. One can simply dip in at any point and relax with easy vibes, breezing cruising instrumentals, and a wonderful falsetto singing. So often do these high notes become the peak in this narrow range of creative avenues explored. Thematically structured around the concept of an ethereal radio station, a handful of its spaced apart interludes play like broadcast ads. Decoded, its theme of suspension in limbo signals a direction out for the listener. It's a wonderful tie-in, melding the overall mood with a bigger picture. The album doesn't peer into the unease or eeriness of the situation, but essentially forges a link with its retroactive stylistic inspirations, as if the lyrical narratives explored reflect on memories gone by. The lyrics themselves often linger on relationships, love, and heartbreak with a common looking back perspective. Luckily, his voice is charming, a soft and strong flow that can gracefully sweep between notes, lingering on them with emotion and passion in the vibrations. That's where the feeling is felt for me. Lyrically, the concepts are often simple, straightforward, and in the latter half of the track listing tend to feel rather shallow in terms of depth. The words recycled are unimaginative lines and sentences from love songs I've heard done to death by many an artist before him. Dawn FM shines consistently on its instrumental front. Its glossy, lush, spacey synths bring a sweet indulgence fit for its upbeat tempos and lazy slow riding grooves too. The easygoing nature of pop music is treated to an aspired aesthetic. The balance takes the better aspects of synthwave tones without hounding them into the ground as many artists in this retrowave movement do. On occasion, The Weeknd and his production team lean hard into the buzzsaws, psychedelic synths, and punchy drums, but it's always brief, timely, and apt. Rarely do they lose focus on the underlying structure. That brings me to the next strength of this record, songwriting. Without anything too ambitious taking place, the stellar aesthetics and crooning moods seem to zap away the repetition and cycle of the verse-chorus loop. It is there, with the occasional shake-up and interludes creating a series of soft events on the journey. Although not involved in the songwriting, Quincy Jones turns up for an interlude to see in Out of Time. It's a seriously classic Michael Jackson-alike song. It highlights a similarity in his vocal style with the King of Pop, and the instrumental pops like a PYT or Rock With You. And that's what underpins many of the album's best songs, the brilliance of instrumental variety, ushering in soft plucks of guitar melody between gushes of vibrant synth and timely rock grooves. It's the subtle characterizations of funk, soul, R&B and pop in the performance, beneath its oozy synth aesthetic, that makes the magic. It's a true hail to the likes of Quincy. Sadly, that is mostly speaking to the first half of the record, as past the feature with Tyler the Creator, the gears shift pace quite notably as that song slows the pacing, cutting out the drums and transitioning us into a gentler intensity. It's in the second half that the music tends to veer away from the variety and qualities heard on its opening stretch. The lyrics get watered down, pacing lulls on dreamy tempos, and the synthwave aesthetic grows into the main focus. We're not talking about every song, but to my ears, Dawn FM feels very front-loaded. Its opening tracks are truly remarkable and the peak of this era of music. Short and sweet would have been a better approach here, in aims of a classic. As a longer, drawn-out experience, it does do a great job of suspending one in its spell. Either way, it's an impressive record. Thanks for listening. If you'd like to see some more of my music blogs, go check the website out, and be sure to subscribe to catch the next upload.